Man, what's going on, people? Drum roll, guitar, piano, violin. Ronnie Speed coming back. Let's get it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here you see the video, you see the title. Why Uber and Lyft sucks in 2025, and what exactly can you do to win? Granted, this is not how I feel. I'm pretty sure this is how most people feel. You see the videos, people complaining, people always going to complain and not hold themselves accountable and lose. But I'm gonna give you some game. I'm gonna add some value on some things that you can do, especially right now during this time period. Just because, generally speaking, from my experience, after 42,000 or more trips, around the first couple months of each year, like January, February, it's kind of slow. After the holidays, people are already done with their traveling, ran out of money. So it's just the beginning of the year. So it's kind of slow in most markets. So that's expected. But instead of you complaining and trying to figure out what you should do, especially during a slow period, I got some game and I got some notes and things that you can do, things that you can implement so you can start off your year on a good note and you can win. So without further ado, let me get to my notes and I'm gonna read this off and so we can go from there. So what exactly should you do when it's slow? And I got the perfect example. So pretty much let me start off with the purpose. So the purpose of this is going after your goals in 2025. I'm pretty sure you've seen some of the videos, maybe last week, or if you've seen, depending on how long you've been following my content, you've seen some videos that I ask people. So if you could get paid to do anything, or what is your goal for this year? Most people, they stumble, but they don't really know. So the purpose of this is to go after your goals in 2025 and structuring your dream life outside of Uber and Lyft. And it starts with the shift of the mindset. So driving for Uber and Lyft can be a powerful tool for funding the life you want, but it should never define who you are or it being your end game. Sorry. It's time to step out of the driver's seat mentally and start using your income to generate from rideshare as a stepping stone towards something greater. Whether it's starting a business, pursuing a passion project, or investing in real estate, or cash flowing your way through school. The key is to be intentional about the money that you earn and how exactly you can allocate it. Your hours behind the wheel should be directly tied to fueling your vision, not just paying your bills. The more you build a system of earnings that support your bigger dreams, the less you feel like you're trading time for money. So this is all about building the dream life, and it requires a clear vision and a well-structured plan. So I'm here to help y'all with that. Yeah, so if you haven't thought about what your goals for this year or what you want to accomplish, or maybe you're new to driving, you just signed up, you've been at it for a few months, you don't know exactly what you want to do in life. Well, it's time to think. You got so much time in the car. Stop listening to music. Not every passenger talks. I know that for a fact. So it's time to reflect while you're driving in the car to really figure out what you want to do. It's so much downtime that you have to reflect on your life and your decision making. And you always recommend getting a pair of wireless headphones so you could, listen to podcasts, listen to ebooks, whatever you can fill your brain with that's positive, that's inspiring. You could get all kind of information and learn while you in the car. Educate yourself. Don't be an idiot. It's not that difficult. So first, you need to get specific about what you want, which most people are not. They don't know what they want. They don't know where they're going. They have no plan, no vision. They just beat bopping along through life. So first, you need to get specific about what you want. Imagine your ideal life and what it looks like. What does your dream business, career, or lifestyle entail? Is it flexibility? Is it financial independence? Is it creating something meaningful? Is it working a 9 to 5? Is it being a bum? What? Once you define that vision, break it down into achievable goals. Rideshare is a temporary vehicle, pun intended, that can help you fund your future. But it's time to move beyond merely working to survive, which most people are in. You're in survival mode. Like you quit your job, you doing this, you making money, or a lot of times that people are making more money than what they were earning at their 9 to 5, specifically factory jobs or warehouse jobs. So I get it. But now it's time to think greater than that, think bigger than that. You don't always have to trade a bunch of time for money, especially now. I was just looking at earnings from 2000, what, 2019, where you could drive, let's say like 84 hours and make 2,800, 2,900, 3,000. The incentives were great, but that's no longer that's no longer here. So those days are over. So this is the perfect opportunity to, even though earnings are less, but now you could really allocate time to think bigger. So the pressure is on. Shift your focus towards what you truly want and use your current income to fuel the bigger mission. The goal should be clear and leverage your current situation to build the future you deserve. Now, the real power comes into consistently setting yourself up for long-term success. And this is what most people struggle with. They want it to be like a week thing or a couple days, maybe even a couple months, but this is a non-stop, lifelong thing. You have to get committed to doing this for a lifetime. If you don't, then you will be average or you'll be below average and you're going to live a life of frustration and pain. So you have to, mentally set yourself up. That was long story short. I was lost. My mind went blank for some reason. But like I said, man, this is supposed to be a lifelong journey of consistently setting yourself up for long-term success. So your days behind the wheel should be a reflection of a larger strategy. Instead of simply working for today's earnings, you should structure your schedule and goals toward where you want to go next. So let's recap. So first, you want to get specific about what do you want? Like, what do you want? Like, of course you want money, but outside of that, what do you want long term? Secondly, and I cannot emphasize this more. I always say it, but I don't know how many people are new to this channel and is watching. So take 1 hour extra a day that you may typically spend driving. But now, since you're not gonna be probably driving as much, because most of y'all gonna get frustrated, but it's not even worth me going out there 10, 12 hours just to make 150 or 180, whatever the amount is. Okay, fine, fair enough. I just went through that the other day. I think the other day I put in maybe 10 and a half or whatever the hours were to make like $150. So if it's slow, now you could take at least 1 hour or more a day that you will spend driving and putting it towards your next venture. So create time to develop yourself, learn new skills, or work on your long-term projects. So this is the perfect time, man. So for the people who are complaining that, it's slow, it's not worth it. All right, fine. But it's not always going to be slow. Like, trust me. And you could go back to some of my content for like early, like January, February 2024, 2023, 2022, and etc. And you're going to see how the earnings picked up as the year progressed. So since it's slow, like I said, these next couple months, now it's time to really emphasize working on your long-term, your vision and your goals, like right now. And if you get in the habit of doing it right now, then as the year progresses, you're going to develop that habit and you want to continue to going on. Just think of it like this. Every ride you take should be a reminder that you're not just driving for the money or the now, but you're driving towards your dreams, towards building your life that you want outside of Uber and Lyft. And this is what the focus of 2025 is about. I always talk about, try to make 2 racks a week. All right, fine. So people watching this, but 2 racks a week. But this year I really want to focus on leveling up and, thinking outside of, Uber and Lyft. And everything that I'm sharing with you is, how I live my life. I'm just not just creating like these notes and telling you one thing and I'm doing another. I'm telling you stuff that I do, things that I try to implement in my life so I could get, to the next level, like reinvesting, myself and learning, more skills and reinvesting into the channel. This is pretty much how I built, this whole Ronnie Speed TV channel, the 2 racks a week challenge, is using my brain, thinking, and put my money, where my mouth is. I had a vision years ago that I wanted to do this, and I wanted to make content, add value to people, start making money, online, and be a boss, and eventually, create a online business. I always had like an entrepreneurial mind, and I just knew eventually I'll figure it out. And it's really for me it's that simple. A lot of y'all might struggle with this because you don't know who you are, one, as a person, and which direction you want to go. So now we got, get specific about what you want. Secondly, spending 1 hour a day. That's really gonna be the foundation. Figuring out what you want, and okay, I want to do this. Okay, now I gotta allocate, an hour a day to really do this and get ahead. A lot of y'all live in procrastination mode, but I want to do this. Oh, I drive. Oh, I'm tired. Oh, I don't want to work out. Oh, I don't want to do this. I just want to chill. But all that time you're going to spend chilling, video games, Netflix, you could be really trying to, focus and level up, and get your bag together and, live the life of your dreams. Because every day you procrastinate that you don't take action on it, you end up putting yourself back. But I get to all that later. I'm getting ahead of myself.